Postseason baseball on the show is in full swing. It's Game 3 of the National League Championship Series between the LA Dodgers and the New York Mets. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, welcome your defending National League champion, New York Mets.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two guys who'll get the ball here in Game 3. Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. What's the key for them tonight, Steve?
Well, they're facing a guy today that throws a lot of strikes, so you're going to have to be aggressive early in the count, but get the ball up in the zone. Shorten up a little bit, put the ball in play.
Noah Syndergaard will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. EK, what's the word on him?
Yeah, Matty, in his last start, he had a ton of strikeouts. He'll be looking to duplicate that effort here.
And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, we have an opportunity to watch David Wright at third base in this one. Still a very dependable third baseman, but not quite the third baseman he was early on in his career. And he's had physical limitations over the last few years, but still one of the better ones in the game.
Howie Kendrick will dig in now, and he's picked the wrong time of year for his bat to go silent.
Yeah, just one hit in the series so far for him, and they're going to have to get more out of his bat. But he's got to make sure he doesn't press up there, or that average is going to continue to go south.
And a swing and a miss as Game 3 begins with a first pitch strike, 0-1.
First pitch, 7:07.
And there's a swing and a miss by Kendrick as he falls behind now 0-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
And he subtracts there beautifully as this pitch is swung on and missed for the game's first down.
And with the light rain falling the way it is here at game time, if you're a speed threat, a slick field can really work to your advantage. It's tough to make the plays out there on the infield. Hit the ball on the ground and run, but it's not going to help you if you don't put the ball in play.
Corey Seager will dig in here, and it's been a series to forget for him so far as you see the numbers there.
And with these guys just one game away from going home, he may not have too many more opportunities to turn things around. He's got to make every at-bat count from here on out.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. The rain, as we've mentioned, coming down fairly steadily here at game time. EK, how'd you like playing in the rain?
It wasn't that bad. The only problem, sometimes up at the plate, batting gloves would get wet while it was raining. It made it a little difficult to hit.
Here's a pop-up now. Behind the plate, but room for Darno. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Now that'll be a frustrating at-bat for him. He's got to be thinking he let one get away there because, that's a pitch he should have been able to handle.
Adrian Gonzalez will get his shot now. Great power numbers during the regular season. Still searching for that first home run in the postseason, however.
And these guys really need him to start producing because it seems like pitchers have the upper hand in the postseason. You're always facing the other team's best. And they've pretty well neutralized him all October long.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Yeah, Bullard's got a pretty good strike zone all around. He'll miss a call every once in a while in the corners, but what umpire doesn't?
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Dodgers down in order. And now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Steve, what's the key for them here tonight?
Well, I'll tell you what, this team has their ace on the mound, so it's probably not going to take a whole lot of offense to get a win for them.
Now that we have a chance, let's check out how the Dodgers will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, when you talk about first basemen that are just very smooth, Adrian Gonzalez, he comes to mind. Not the most athletic guy and may not cover a ton of ground, but everything he does just looks very smooth. You get an opportunity to watch him in this one.
Lucas Duda will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Back goes Puig to the track. And this one is gone. A home run. So it's a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the first. His third home run of this series. And the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
And a good swing right there gets them the first run of the ball game here in the bottom of the first. And we always talk about the importance of getting off to a fast start, so you can be sure they're pretty happy about this one.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright, as he's first pitch swinging here, and this is on the ground toward the hole. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Check this out on Show Track. It's not a bad first pitch. It's down. It's on the outside part of the plate. Hey, if you can get guys to swing at that, you're going to have a lot of success. Just didn't work out here.
Coming to the plate now, Curtis Granderson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. Ryu comes set. Here's the 0-1. A swinging bunt to the mound. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. And this is dropped at third base.
Yeah, and that's not always an easy play for a pitcher, especially when he has to barehand the ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw.
Yoenis Cespedes will stand in, and he was one of the heroes last time out with 2 big home runs.
Boy, he picked a good time for him, too. Here on the big stage in October, the way he was attacking the baseball, he is definitely not lacking for confidence when he's at the plate.
He's set, and the pitch. That's yanked into the stands, strike 1. A man at third with 1 away. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Surprised at all that they're coming right after him this way?
A little bit. I like it. It's good for the game, but this is definitely a guy that can hurt you if you're not careful.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Hit hard down the left field line. But this is going to get foul. 1 out and a runner on third. High in the air out to center field. Peterson is under it. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And it's a sac fly and an RBI. It's now a 2-0 game.
Well, they were looking for at least a sac fly here, and fortunately for them, they had the right man for the job at the plate. So, nice work to come through and drive home an important run.
Neil Walker gets his first opportunity now, trying to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Hit hard towards center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Boy, that hit right there is just a thing of beauty. You talk about smoking one right back at the box. There isn't too many guys in the middle of that field that can catch a ball like that.
Standing in now, Michael Conforto. Swing, high drive, deep down the left field line. This ball is slicing. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. In to score is the runner from first. It's a 3-0 game.
Yeah, he gave it all he had out there in the outfield. Watch as he tries to close on this thing. He leaps as high as he can, but it's just out of his reach. Run's going to come in to score and will turn out to be an RBI double.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. Oh, they think they may have gotten him again. This one's hit deep to left field, and for the second time in the inning, the gopher ball will come back to bite him. It's a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, his 5th so far in this series, and the Mets have got it up to a 5-0 game now.
And early on here, he's having real trouble locating his pitches. I mean, this is another pitch that's biting off way too much of the plate. And they've roughed him up for 2 home runs already, and we're not out of the first yet.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera.
The shortstop, Asdrubal Cabrera.
As he lines this one out to center and call that a nice clean base hit, his first of the game.
Boy, he has really taken a pounding out there. That is 6 hits he's given up in just this inning alone. And what are they waiting for, man? You've got to get this guy out of there.
Settling in now, Noah Syndergaard, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
I'm pretty sure this is not what that man right there had in mind. He's watched this guy really struggle here in the first inning.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
Well, give him some credit. With 2 outs, a lot of pitchers will just leave that bat on their shoulder, but he's at least taking some hacks and making the pitcher work.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So give him 5 runs in the inning, with the big blows being the 2 home runs. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Mets out in front, 5-0. Justin Turner will get a shot here, and he's looking to get off the schneid. Hitless in the series so far.
And he's an important guy to get going. If they're going to have any chance in this series, he really needs to start getting a little more involved.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Here's the pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Granderson is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, just a little bit late here on the fastball, and this thing's almost by him when he makes contact. Still, he gets pretty good wood on the ball, but not enough to trouble the right fielder.
In now is Yasiel Puig. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Throw gets him, 2 down.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't trade places with that guy for anything. I mean, this would sting on a 95-degree afternoon in Arlington. But on a cold night like this, he's going to be feeling that for a couple of hours. That's called a good old-fashioned jam sandwich.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1.
Oh, a very hittable pitch, too. That's a middle-of-the-plate fastball, and he's not going to get away with too many of those tonight.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he falls behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit to third. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Lucas Duda will start things off in the home second, and they got to be licking their chops after that first inning output.
Yeah, and I think if you're a guy getting your second at-bat of the game and it's only the second inning, you know things are going pretty well.
Ryu gets the sign. First pitch on its way. He pulls this one into right, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Boy, this is really turning into an onslaught now. I mean, you see it right there. 7 hits against him now. We're still just in the second inning. You want to at least give him a chance to work out of it, but at this point, I can't really see him turning this thing around.
David Wright will stand in here with a runner at first to start the inning. Now, I know both of you are more familiar with the art of hitting as opposed to the art of pitching, but on a wet night like this, who do you think this favors?
Well, I think it favors the pitcher. I know they're going to argue, well, the grip, but the ball doesn't carry on wet nights. So if I'm out there, I'm saying, look, pitcher advantage.
First pitch on its way. Oh, good contact there as this is sent in the air out to deep left center field. And this will wind up being the third long ball he surrendered tonight. A home run. Santa Maria. A two-run homer for David Wright. His fifth so far in this series as this lead swells to 7-0.
This is just a fastball right here, but I'm pretty sure it's not where he wanted it. This has got some elevation to it, and that's one of those where you know it's going to be a home run as soon as you let go of it.
Into the box now, Curtis Granderson.
Curtis Granderson.
Tap foul at home plate. And now some action in that Dodger bullpen as a left-hander has begun to get loose. The 0-1 pitch. Hit sharply toward the right side. Puig is there to put it away for route number 1.
Yeah, you really can't take anything for granted out there when you're playing in the rain. You got to worry about your footing. You got to worry about raindrops getting in your eyes. You got to make sure you're in the right position. But in the end, he is right there to make the play.
And here's another ball well hit. This one to left field. The onslaught will continue as this is going to be another home run. A solo home run here off the bat of Yoenis Cespedes. His fourth long ball of this series as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Well, no doubt that's a mistaken location right there. At the plate, his eyes were probably lighting up watching that one come
in. Now here's the Dodgers skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that will be the last we see in this one of Hyun-Jin Ryu. Probably wishes he could have gone a little longer, but the move's already been made, and he's off to the showers. Brett Anderson is going to come on now here in just the second inning, so he'll likely be asked to work a few innings here.
Anderson.
Here's Neil Walker.
For the Mets, second baseman, Neil.
Swing and a line drive, but foul. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Crawford moves over. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
And you have to figure he didn't think he'd be seeing any action this early on, but he's going to need to hold down the fort for a while here now that their starter's already out of the ballgame.
Digging in, Michael Conforto. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit up in the zone, and he didn't miss it. He'll be looking for it again right here.
Hammers it to deep right field. Puig going back. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His third home run of this series as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Well, as an offense, you always wish that you could bottle whatever you've got going right now and take it into all your games. Whatever it is, sometimes guys just feed off one another. They start thinking, well, hey, if this guy can hit a home run and then he hits a home run, when I get up there, Maybe I can hit a home run too. And now that's 3 home runs they've struck for in this one inning.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Moving under it, Crawford. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So 4 runs in the inning, but of note there was that they came on the strength of 3 home runs. Carl Crawford will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the 3rd inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Now a fastball to start the 3rd. That misses. It's ball 1.
And I think that might have been a first. The first ball they've taken the entire game. Sound the trumpets.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down.
And after that 4-run inning really broke this thing open, now as a pitcher you have a luxury of going right after guys. You don't have to worry so much about making that perfect pitch. If you give up a hit, big deal. You got a cushion behind you.
Jock Peterson will get his first cuts here. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike.
Another good job of getting ahead here. He just seems so locked in right now.
Dodgers have yet to break into the hit column here. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And you know, you get stuck sometimes being that number 8 hitter, trying to work the count and trying to buy a little extra time for your pitcher. Now that's a pitch right down the middle that maybe a number 4 hitter jumps all over.
And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with 2 strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
Brett Anderson will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We'll have more of Game 3 after this message. As Dribble Cabrera digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Rounding first is Cabrera on his way to second now. And he gets in there standing. He's got himself a double.
An ideal start to the inning here out of the number 8 spot. He's into second on the double. Now you've got your pitcher due next, so you can either put the bunt on, or they could even think about showing bunt, draw the corners in, and then letting him swing away.
Noah Syndergaard comes forward, and we'll see how they play it here. The sacrifice may be in order with nobody out.
Well, in my opinion, if it's anybody else in the order, let him swing. But you're talking about a pitcher. Make sure he gets the ball down, move the guy to third base, and go to work.
Liner toward right center, and that's in there. Base hit around third and being waved on home. And the runner from second is in to score. It's a 10-0 score.
Boy, that didn't take too long. You get a double on the first pitch of the inning, and then one pitch later, he's already heading back into the dugout after scoring a run. It just goes to show you that as a pitcher, your focus has to be there on every pitch or you'll get burned.
Lucas Duda strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now here's a ball heading for the right field corner. This has the distance, and it stays fair. Home run. So a two-run homer down the line in right field, his second of the game, as this lead got even wider.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright. Line towards center field. And again, he's got himself a base hit. Make it 3 for 3.
And when you see a guy rip one like this, one pitch after the previous guy left the yard, you know you're dealing with a pitcher whose mind is elsewhere. That'll snap you back to reality, though, pretty quick.
In now, Curtis Granderson. Shot back up the middle, and that'll get down for a base hit. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Boy, they are really sticking it to him right here. That's the fifth hit he's coughed up in this inning alone, and you got to believe that that leash is getting a little bit shorter with each passing batter.
Yoenis Cespedes stands in, coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
Well, the last time he saw a fastball and hit it pretty well, so we'll see how they work him this time. You can throw him more fastballs, but you better not put it in that location.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Kendrick. Relay to Gonzalez, and it's a double play.
Well, that's just made to order right there. 2 hops to short, easy pivot, not a lot of heat at second base. That's just a pretty routine double play.
Neil Walker will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Sharply hit ball back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third.
And these guys just don't seem to want to let up out there. And who can blame them? That's now 13 runs they've put up here so far. And that's going to make for some pretty happy folks in that clubhouse when this one's all over.
Michael Conforto steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy. And it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
This is pulled into right. Again, a nice clean base hit, his third of the game. Walker will take the turn and head for the plate. Now the relay home. A tag from Grandal, and they get him at home plate. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. Howie Kendrick will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here, 0-2.
And we've seen guys swing at that four-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
Well, pitching like this deserves another look-through as we check out the last four batters on Show Track. Here he was striking out the side the previous inning, and he starts things off here with another one. That's 4 in a row now.
Here's Corey Seager. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the fourth.
Now batting number 23, first baseman Adrian Gonzalez.
Adrian Gonzalez digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
Chopped foul right at home plate. And there's a swing and a miss that time by Gonzalez. 2 strikes to him now.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's going to give this guy anything he can pull.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Dodgers down in order. Still looking up at a 13-0 score. Travis d'Arnaud strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame.
Travis d'Arnaud.
First pitch coming. Here it is. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night. The relay, the tag, and he's out at second base. He probably should have stayed right where he was.
And this is going to turn into one of those no harm, no foul situations out there on the mound. He serves out the base hit here, but that guy's thinking 2 all the way, and it doesn't work out for him.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera, as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a 1-out base runner.
Yeah, this ball might have caught him in between hops. Or he might have been unsure which way to turn his glove, over or under the ball. Instead, it just goes right through him.
Into the box, Noah Syndergaard. Lifted the other way to left center. Crawford giving chase. 2 gone.
Well, he gets you out there, but he's not missing many bats right now. The guys are really putting together some good swings against him so far.
First offering on its way. Hard hit ball to second. And a bobble out there by Kendrick. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
His perfect night continues. He's been on base all 4 times, and he's on again here with a solid single.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright. Hard liner toward short, but this will find the shortstop's glove for the 3rd out of the inning. 2 left for the Mets, but they hold a commanding 13-0 lead. Justin Turner will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball one.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. Fastball called strike, 1-2.
2 strikes.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
Man, and not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Yasiel Puig stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
Dodgers have yet to break into the hit column here. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control, 0-2.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
Bouncer down the line. Right over to his left. On to first, and the throw goes right by him.
Well, everything looked okay here on the pickup and transfer, but then you see him just fire this thing straight into the box seats down there. That's going to be scored in E5 and a lucky souvenir baseball for one of the fans.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Bat explodes as this has popped up.
Well, you take a swing at a pitch like that, you're lucky that you only got sawed off. He's going to have to go find himself another piece of lumber.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Another one sent foul. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Carl Crawford comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Here comes Cespedes. And that retires the side. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. Back with more from Game 3. Curtis Granderson comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Right fielder, Curtis Granderson.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Yeah, that's a very hittable location right there. Not where you want to be when you're facing a guy like this.
Now here's the ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. A solo home run for Curtis Granderson. His 4th long ball of this series as the blowout continues.
Talk about everybody having hits. Jeez. I think everybody in this lineup is going to have a home run before this one's done. That's 7 home runs as a team.
Luis Avilan is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep them in the game here.
The center fielder, number 52.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. Fly ball heading for the alley. On the move is Peterson, but he can't get there. This splits the outfielders and heads toward the wall. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
I'll tell you, this guy has been something else in these playoffs. I mean, when it matters most, he's come up aces more times than not. And he delivers once again here with a ringing double. Man, he's fun to watch.
Neil Walker ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Drilled to the left side. And just past his outstretched glove into left, the base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at 3rd. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Oh, yeah, he's got that magic wand going now. That's his 3rd hit and 4 trips, all of them singles. And he's been a tough out all game long.
Michael Conforto steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the 2nd. Some action in the Dodger bullpen now, as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Runners are at 1st and 3rd with none out. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here it comes. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side, and reined in, 1 away.
No cycle for him just yet, but you figure he'll get at least 1, maybe even 2 more shots at it before this one's over.
Travis d'Arnaud strides into the box now, launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Now a ball hit hard but foul, as this one forces the third base coach to dance out of danger. Runners are at 1st and 3rd, 1 away. Here's the 0-1 pitch. On the ground to short. This could be 2. The second for 1. Over to Gonzalez, and they get the double play they needed to get him out of the inning. Mets forced to settle for 1 here in the inning. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Mets. Jock Peterson steps in here to lead off the 6th as the rain continues to fall here.
Well, I'm glad I'm up in this cozy booth for you guys, because it kind of looks pretty miserable down there to me.
First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
And if he's had any postseason jitters, he hasn't shown them to me.
No, he's been outstanding so far.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Andre Ethier will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 16, Andre Ethier.
And he runs it in on him and gets him to swing through it for strike 1. Another example there of a guy chasing after that first pitch and falling behind.
Yeah, and Matt, we've seen it time and time again. It is something that these guys just have to be more aware of. At this point, why would you even throw them a strike on the first pitch? That ball was so deep in his kitchen, that was the only thing he could do was foul it off, break his bat, and hope to get a better pitch on the next one.
And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
Second baseman.
All right, folks. Montage alert. Here you get a look at his performance so far. 10 strikeouts for him in the ball game as he continues to just plow right through this lineup one after another. Here's Howie Kendrick. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one.
Boy, he may strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
No runs, no hits. 1 error in the ballgame for the Dodgers to this point. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. So add 1 more name to the record book here as he strikes out this side on 9 pitches. We'll have more of Game 3 after this message. J.P. Howell will come on now to try and sort this mess out as he'll likely be asked to go at least a few innings here. As Dribble Cabrera will dig in now as he'll lead things off for the Mets in their half of the 6th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
You talk about a guy who's really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. And he's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
Noah Syndergaard steps in for a 4th plate appearance tonight, and why not? He's been in control all game.
Yeah, he's been in total control of this game, Matt. I see no reason to be going with anybody else out there on the mound right now.
And that's by him. It's 0-1. And with the no-hitter still within the realm of possibility, what kind of effort will we see here?
I'm saying not very much.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Puig has a play, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
Lucas Duda will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his 2nd home run of the game as he was off to a fast start indeed. Drilled to the right side, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit, and that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. David Wright will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on. Drilled on the ground to short. And a backhanded try into the hole at short, but this gets on by. And not in time as the run scores.
And the beat goes on. Another great at-bat, and what else is new? They've now thrown 15 runs up on the scoreboard. Now that is a good day's work.
Curtis Granderson will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. Hit well by Granderson. This ball's in the air to deep right, and that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. And a diving effort in center, but it's going to skip right on by him. Notch one in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. And a relay home. And not in time as the second run scores.
Don't look now, but he's closing in on what might be an historic performance. He's got a single, he's got a homer. Now he's got a triple to go along with the other two. If he could come up with a double next time up, he could put his name in the record books.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. High and deep to straightaway right. Puig racing back. Gone! It's a two-run shot here for Yoenis Cespedes. His second home run of the game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, it seems to me like we've seen this before. His second home run of the ball game. And it would seem to me that he hit that one harder than he did the last one. So he's definitely locked in.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here's Neil Walker. As he's swinging first pitch and sends a line drive out to left center. And this is going to be his fourth hit of the game, as this should wind up as extra bases. And he'll pull into second with his fourth hit of the ball game.
The left fielder, number 30, Michael Conforto.
So standing in, Michael Conforto. And we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle.
And, you know, that's the toughest one to get in a cycle, but you can bet that he's going to try to stretch any double into a triple if he gets any chance at all.
Throw into second, and he will pull into second with an RBI double.
And with that, they're up to an even 20 runs now in the game. I'll tell you, I like high-scoring ball games as much as the next guy, but enough is enough already. Call off the dogs, man.
Travis d'Arnaud will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a two-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. This is line to left. Crawford is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
This ball's just hit way too hard to think about tagging up and trying for third, so he's just going to have to be happy where he is right there at second.
Coming to the plate again as Asdrubal Cabrera, as he'll bat for the second time in the inning. And a swing, and here's another big drive as this ball sent high and deep to left center field. And the long ball will burn him for the second time in the inning. Another home run. So a two-run shot to left center, his third home run of this series, as this lead got even wider.
Well, this is the chance you take when you work up in the zone like this. I mean, this is right in his happy zone, and he jumps all over it and sends it right over the wall.
Now batting, catcher, Noah.
Stepping in now, Noah Syndergaard. Swing and a drive. This one's deep to right. In there, a base hit. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
Yeah, real good extension on the swing that time as he goes out and gets that ball. You'll see the right fielder's got no shot at this one as it's over his head and one hops a wall out there. That's going to allow him to coast into second with an easy double.
Here's Lucas Duda now. Hit down the line at first. Gonzalez has got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Big inning for him, though, as they bat around and score 8 times to open up this lead even further. We're through 6 full. The Mets are out on top, 22-0. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. On to the 7th now in Game 3, but before it gets underway, we take a look at our game summary through the first 6. Corey Seager will stand in to start the 7th with that big 0 still looming in the hit column.
All right, can I officially start the countdown right now? I'm not scared to talk about a no-hitter up here. There's only 9 outs between him and a no-hitter as we speak.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box.
Fast, not a comfortable spot to be in.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. And he strikes him out here, so that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column.
And for you at home, all I'm going to do is direct your attention to the hits column right there. It is what it is here in the 7th inning.
1 gone now in the LA 7th, and now the left-handed hitting Adrian Gonzalez will get a shot. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes.
Well, this is an important time for him to bear down. He's thrown the ball very well, but he doesn't want to let the meat of this order ruin what he's done so far.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here it comes on 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
And we're already at 4. Do I hear 5 strikeouts in a row?
No runs, no hits. 1 error in the ballgame for the Dodgers to this point. And he's able to fight this one off, foul to the right, and the count will hold at 1-2. Got him. So that's the 2nd out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Justin Turner stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Into the windup and the pitch. Ran the circle change in on him, a ball and no strikes. 2 out, nobody on. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Saw his eyes light up that time, but he swung at a bad one there. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers, and they remain well behind. Yimi Garcia will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Yimi Garcia.
David Wright steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second.
David Wright.
Now the Dodgers get a right-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. So a solo shot here for David Wright. His second of the game as the blowout continues.
How's this for a welcome to the ball game? One pitch and see you later. Well, I've got a feeling that's not what the manager had in mind.
The right fielder, number 3, Curtis.
Standing in now, Curtis Granderson. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Now, looking ahead, you wonder if maybe he'll get one more shot at the cycle. Might need a little help, but it's not over for him yet.
Yoenis Cespedes digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. He's set. Here it comes. On a big swing, and he crushes this ball deep. My goodness, a long home run. So a solo shot down the line in left. His 3rd home run of the ball game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, if his guys go on to win the pennant, I think you're looking at the MVP just on the strength of this one ball game alone. Now, I'm not ready to call it one for the ages yet, but it is a very, and I mean very, short list of guys that have hit 3 home runs in a postseason game. And he's just done it all in this one.
Chris Hatcher will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Here's Neil Walker.
Second baseman.
As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
Now that ball is smoked, carrying to deep left. Gone! Back-to-back homers. A solo home run here for Neil Walker. His 4th long ball of this series as this lead got even wider.
Thank goodness. This is just the second pitch that's coming on, and I guarantee you, he was not looking to put it there. This is right in the wheelhouse, and he just didn't miss that one.
The left fielder.
In now, Michael Conforto.
Michael
He swings and crushes it. Oh my, there is no doubt about this one, and they've done it again. back-to-back-to-back home runs. Solo shot to right center. His second home run of the game as the blowout continues.
And as a manager, you always hope you can get some power production out of the middle of your order, but this is taking it a bit too far. Back-to-back-to-back home runs.
Now batting, catcher, Travis.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. Hot shot toward third, and that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
I tell you, that one's coming in fast, but it's going out faster. Does he square this one up or what? You bet he does.
Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one as Drupal Cabrera, and we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. This is skied out to deep center field. Peterson looks up, and it's gone. Two-run shot to straightaway center, his second of the game, as they just continue to pour it on here.
And if he was guessing up there, he was guessing right, because he's all over that thing like a shaggy dog, and he drives it over the wall.
Noah Syndergaard will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn, he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. It looks like this is going to be one of those times.
Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
Yeah, the velocity's good here, but I'm not so sure about the location. That was right down the middle.
Line drive to left. This will hang up just long enough to be run down in shallow left for a tough second out.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but this is one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Here's Lucas Duda now. Hard hit to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Yasiel Puig will stand in to start out their half of the eighth with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
And he right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
He's feeling it now. I mean, this is turning into a clinic out there.
Now a swing, and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And he struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now.
And just another outstanding pitch right there. And it's not easy to do with so much on the line here in the 8th inning. But he's now down to his final 5 outs.
Yasmani Grandal will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. On his way to pitch number 75. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Hit out towards second. Gloved by Walker. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Well, a huge out, number 2 here in the 8th. 4 big outs remain, but the finish line, it's starting to come into sight.
Carl Crawford will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's quickly 0-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Conforto is there. And that's the 3rd out. Former cover boy David Wright leads things off when we come back. The Mets lead this one 28-0. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Pedro Baez will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Now catching and batting in the 9th spot.
And there now is David Wright. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead.
These guys have swung the bat extremely well in this one. They have to be careful, though, about getting comfortable.
And now, meanwhile, here's a ball headed out toward deep left center field. And this is going to clear the wall, a home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. His 3rd home run of the ball game as this lead got even wider.
Well, if his guys go on to win the pennant, I think you're looking at the MVP just on the strength of this one ball game alone. Now, I'm not ready to call it one for the ages yet, but it is a very, and I mean very, short list of guys that have hit 3 home runs in a postseason game, and he's just done it all in this one.
Hard liner to center field, and that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one.
And you know the hitting coach right now is sitting in that dugout pumping his fist because that's what he's preaching all day, every day. Hit the ball up the middle, hit it hard.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here's Yoenis Cespedes as he lines this one out to center. And that's in there, base hit. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Neil Walker. He's 5 for 6 to this point.
Not only is his average on the rise, but I'm sure his confidence is too. He's probably thinking, why can't I do this all the time?
Smoke toward the hole, and a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Well, this is just turning into a game for the ages now. This is his 6th hit of the game. My partner, Steve, he had months where he didn't get 6 hits.
Into the box now, Michael Conforto. Hit hard toward the right side. He dives, but he can't pull it in, and it's down the line into right. 1 run is scored. And the run is in to score from second.
Well, that's 2 more RBIs there. Gives him 6 now in the ballgame. It's been a one-man wrecking crew all night long.
Travis d'Arnaud Rides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. And not in time as the second run scores.
Well, if you want to point fingers at who's to blame for this disaster, you're going to need both hands. In the pitching, the batting, the defense, the execution. Just draw a line through this one. This one's been an absolute disaster.
As Dribble Cabrera stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
And you know what, Matt? He's just made it look so easy out there. I think they've got to change their approach right here. Use some caution or something.
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. His 3rd home run of the ball game as the blowout continues.
Well, if his guys go on to win the pennant, I think you're looking at the MVP just on the strength of this one ball game alone. Now, I'm not ready to call it one for the ages yet, but it is a very, and I mean very, short list of guys that have hit 3 home runs in a postseason game. And he's just done it all in this one.
The batter, catcher.
Into the box, Noah Syndergaard as he's swinging first pitch and sends a line drive out to left center. Around first, digging for 2 now. And he gets in there standing. He's got himself a double.
Well, these guys have been very aggressive on the fastball so far, and this is another example of it right here. You know, working the count is great and all, but if the guy's going to lay a fastball in there on the first pitch, no reason not to go after it, and he jumps all over this one.
Kenley Jansen is on to work as he'll take over here in the 8th.
Jansen.
Here's Lucas Duda now. Grounded up the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. And he powers the cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2. Any surprise they're attacking him like this? Those are 2 good pitches.
No, I think that's the way this guy operates. He won't back down out there, nor should he.
Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. His 3rd home run of the ball game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, if his guys go on to win the pennant, I think you're looking at the MVP just on the strength of this one ball game alone. Now, I'm not ready to call it one for the ages yet, but it is a very, and I mean very, short list of guys that have hit 3 home runs in a postseason game, and he's just done it all in this one.
David Wright will stand in, and remember, he's the guy that started this mess as they've now batted around here in the inning.
And from a defensive point of view, they're no closer to getting out of the inning than they were the first time he came up to bat.
And he gets a hold of this one again to deep right field. Back goes Peterson, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Boy, this big inning continues and nearly gets even worse than it already is. I mean, how far away is this ball from going out? I'll tell you, he didn't miss a home run by a whole lot right there. This one's going to stay in the park, and it's off the wall, but it's just another extra base hit.
Stepping in now, Curtis Granderson, as he'll swing at the first pitch and grounded foul off to the right. It's strike one. Shot toward right center. And this is run down out there in right center as the runner tags from second. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away.
That's a disappointing final at bat there. You figure he probably won't get another shot at finishing off the cycle, but still a very good performance to say the least.
Yoenis Cespedes comes to the plate looking to do something only a handful of players have ever done. Hit 4 home runs in a single game.
And this is exciting, and I wouldn't doubt him at all, Matty. I mean, he's obviously seeing the ball really well right now.
Lined back over second. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
And they have definitely blown the lid off of this inning now. That's 10 runs that have come in to score. They've put this one well out of reach.
Neil Walker is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one. Jansen comes set. Here it is on 0-1. Swing and a miss as Walker's in a hole here. No balls and 2 strikes. And even 10 runs have scored this half inning. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
That's a disappointing final at bat there. You figure he probably won't get another shot at finishing off the cycle, but still a very good performance to say the least.
On the way. High and deep to right. Puig going back on it, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
MVP just on the strength of this one ball game alone. Now, I'm not ready to call it one for the ages yet, but it is a very, and I mean very, short list of guys that have hit 3 home runs in a postseason game, and he's just done it all in this one.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. Here's another one that's drilled. This one to left. Crawford ranging back. Gone. Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches.
The shortstop, number 13.
Travis d'Arnaud with the solo home run. His second home run of the game as the blowout continues. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Now batting, the pitcher, Noah Syndergaard.
Noah Syndergaard steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
And remember, he jumped all over that first pitch, so don't be surprised if he does it here again.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through it. 1 strike. 2 out with the man at first. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Crawford on the move. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. I don't know about you, partner, but I'm out of breath after watching 13 men cross the plate here this half inning. 9th inning coming up. Mets out in front, 41-0. Jock Peterson will stand in to lead things off here in the 9th, with his guys in danger of falling into a very difficult-to-escape 3-0 deficit. Here comes the first pitch. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. Put yourself in the shoes of that man right there. What's going through his mind right now?
I would guess he's trying to approach his 9th inning the same way he has earlier, but Come on, we know his heart's racing. You just got to focus on the glove and trust what your catcher's calling because he's done a heck of a job also.
Ready with the 0-2. And he struck him out for out number 1. So now just 2 outs away from the no-no.
And that's a big one there to start the night. 2 outs away now. You can cut the tension in this building with a knife.
A.J. Ellis steps in now. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Struck him out. So now just 1 man stands between he and his no-hitter.
Oh, and this crowd is really going to be up and into it now. 1 out to go. Man, this is awesome.
Howie Kendrick will dig in now as perhaps the final man to stand in the way of possible history here tonight.
Yep, 1 more out, and he's going to be in the record books forever. Now, you got to control your emotions and focus right here.
First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
And that pitch count is 88 now. But to me, he looks good to go.
And he misses with it. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. 1 strike from the shutout. Here it comes. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And I think that's what they were trying to set him up for. Going with that changeup down in the zone on a 1-2 count. Very difficult to react to, but he did a great job of holding back.
Looking for the complete game. Here's the pitch. Still 2-2. And now those that have stuck it out tonight come to their feet. Strike 3 called, and it's over. A no-hitter.
Well, he's down there getting swarmed by his teammates right now, and he deserves it. Truly one of the best pitching performances that I've ever witnessed. And he puts his name into the record books with that no-hitter.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and prove your mettle. I think his performance here was by far the big key to this ball game.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show. The Mets come out on top, 41-0. Good night from Flushing.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 18 minutes.